Welcome back to the mid-game, now newly named pre-game party, as we are mid-game in combat with an Oni um, inside the White Plume Mountain dungeon. One of the treasure rooms has been discovered, and inhabited in this room is an Oni named Quiznit, who lost a bet with the wizard that built this dungeon and has been trapped here for a very long time. However, the bet sentence is 1,001 years. So he stands to be here for a lot longer still. We actually join the party right after the Oni's turn. It is Kronos's turn. And then on deck is going to be Corey. Right now, Corey and Kronos, I believe you guys have a little bit of distance on the Oni. Kuba, you had wedged yourself in between Lyra and the Oni, kind of trying to help. That Lyra took some hits, so you were trying to kind of help bridge the gap there, widen the front lines, as it were. But Kronos, it is up to you right at this moment. Your turn. We'll say you're probably like within 20 feet of the Oni itself, in this about 150 square foot. What does a book call it? Lounge-like prison, comfortable prison, something like that.
How's everyone looking on health?
Most of your party, without metagaming any numbers, but most of your party has taken quite a few hits. I'd say, with the exception of Lyra, they're half as good as they normally are. Lyra is a little less than half as good as she normally is.
I'm right about half as good as I usually am.
I'm just over half as good as I am. I have one more. No meta. Can't meta.
I mean, we usually do. I'm trying to cut down on it, cut the corners and all that. But anyway.
I have 2 more big healing spells. So if you want to cast something cool, you can.
I can either basically heal you guys or cast Bless on you guys.
Do we already have Bless active?
I think we use them all of us.
There was a Bless cast. How long does Bless last? 10 minutes? Because there was Bless cast in this combat.
There was. I thought it was only a one-time thing.
I'm pretty sure it lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh
It lasts
shoot,
a
that's
little
freaking
while.
amazing.
Yeah, so you don't have to cast Bless. I've
Wow.
already got it.
That is insane. Did not know that. Okay, I think I'm just gonna heal you guys then, if that's good. I'm gonna use Healing Word on the 4th level. A creature of your choice. It's only 1, correct?
I think healing word, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cuba, I'm gonna cast it on you then. And it is 21 life points.
What?
Heck yeah.
It is wild.
That's the best healing roll we've had in a while.
Yeah,
That's
that
crazy.
was amazing.
Wow, yeah.
Awesome.
I don't think I've ever healed that good with a character. Jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was really good.
So what Cronus is gonna do, he's gonna kind of wave his hands around Cuba, and basically he's like kind of reversing, making it look like he's going back in time on Cuba, healing his runes and stuff, little by little.
That's badass.
Cool. And now I end my turn.
Cool.
Okay.
Good move, Kronos. Corey, you are up. I actually have to retcon one thing though before your turn. Help me remember, Kuba. I believe you had actually moved over to the lounge chair, because the voice of the sword was calling to you and kind of speaking and stuff like that. So you had punched through it to try and get to it, I believe.
It sounds like something I would do. We can definitely roll with that. I don't remember it, but
I do believe that is what had happened. Anybody else care to back me up or shoot me down on this? That's totally fine. But I'm almost 100% sure that that's where your character actually had left off on your last turn.
I think the idea was we need to use the sword to kill this thing. Was my idea. And that's why you went after the sword.
I see. Okay.
Because you listened to me. You shouldn't have done that.
Ah,
Sorry. All right. Is it my
Corey,
turn?
yes, it is your turn.
Okay. So we're gonna go with. I am gonna use one of my last spell slots to cast a branding smite. And then and that applies to my first attack. Just adds 3d6 of radiant damage. And we're going to go in with both attacks to see if the hit. That one. 22 to hit on the first attack. And 17 to hit on the second attack.
They both hit.
They both hit. Okay. I will roll up damage. Hopefully he is very, very unhappy. Oh. For an even 30 damage.
Wow.
I still have the potion of hill giant strength activated.
Yeah, that 21 strength is pretty crazy. It makes your unarmed strength have a +9 and it fucking deals 6 damage.
Jeez.
You just the unarmed strength too. That's crazy. You know, you would think that an Oni would have resistances of some kind, but it definitely doesn't. Okay, yeah, you do a solid 30 damage to it.
Okay. And keep in mind, how much is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of that damage was radiant damage. I'm not sure if that makes much of a difference.
Okay.
Right. I will continue to stand over Lyra's body and defend her until she can get up. And I'll end my turn.
Lyra was put to sleep. That's right. That was what the Oni did on its last turn. Okay.
She did roll before we left off last time. She had rolled to wake up, but she is still on the ground.
Right. So all of you guys can hear a voice coming from the Dibian over by where Cuba's standing. You're so close. Just reach a little more. And this voice definitely rings out like in all of your heads. You don't hear it echo throughout the room. It's kind of like when you're reading a book and you hear that voice inside your head, just kind of calling out to you, begging, telling you that you're so close. Kuba, it is up to you. You've got your hand in this Dibian. You feel mostly just coins searching around. I think you rolled an investigation. It was like really low or something. It's up to you if you want to grab the sword, if you want to try and get a pocket full of coins, if you want to turn and fight. It is your turn though.
This is all beginning to sound cursed to me, so I think I'm gonna turn around and punch.
Funny. What is Kuba's alignment?
I think I'm lawful. No, I think I'm neutral good. I don't know where to see it on here.
It's probably under the extras or something like that, but it's also just something kind of in your own head, whatever you want to put him as. I don't really care what's on the sheet as much as what you have in your heart for this character.
I feel, yeah, I mean, he's pretty straight and narrow. He's not so far as to like, if we find a friendly skeleton, I'm not gonna be like, that evil needs to be vanquished, but. Yeah, he's pretty neutral, but he leans a little bit more on the good side, I guess. So he will turn. He
So-
will,
Neutral good specifically would be.
yeah, that's probably what I would put him as.
Okay.
I'm still working him out too in my head, but that's kind of where I'm seeing him
Cool.
going.
Yeah, cool.
So the voice is just, it's telling me it's not sounding right to me, so I'm actually going to turn and I'm going to fight this Oni.
Could we do an insight check?
Yeah.
Maybe see if it unreels a little bit more for you.
18.
Your time in a dungeon and adventuring definitely has helped you sniff out things that are gonna be dangerous or hurt you or maybe cursed or things like that. Everything that has led up to this point, it's been helpful, and it sounds like it's just been trapped, like it's trying to be freed. Uh, you think that this is the weapon that you guys have been sent to find, but it does still sound a little evil. So you're not sure what to do with that. But yeah, just thought I'd shed a little bit more light on it. But
Okay. I'll take a round and I'll do another investigation, I guess, within this chest or this devoir to see if I can find the sword.
okay, yeah, go and roll an investigation. The DC is a lot lower because you've already been in here a minute, kind of searching around. You can tell there's a lot of treasure in here, though.
Use bless.
You do have
Which
left.
is a D4,
D4.
right?
Yeah.
I got a 12.
Still not bad. You've already searched through most of it, and you definitely go from like one side where there's a lot of coins, and you start moving your way over, and you definitely feel something much more solid than all the loose leaf coins. If you can tell it's the weapon handle of some kind of weapon, the handle of some kind of weapon. And there, it's up to you if you want to grab it and pull it out or whatever, but you have found it.
Yeah, I'll pull it out. Makes a really cool sound coming out of all the coins.
Yes, it does. As you pull this blade out, it is it shines kind of like a piece of the night sky filled with stars. There's a black scabbard that's decorated with pieces of cut obsidian.
That sounds really cool.
Thank you for freeing me, Master. We must go find our brothers. I wish to see them again. But first, allow us to slay this beast.
Yes, I agree. Kind of a big problem here in front of us.
It basically has this tone of being subservient to you. It asks you to point it in the direction of the doomed one, or it refers to the Oni as like already dead, basically.
I wish to taste his soul.
It leaves at the end.
All right. Well, I guess I will take stance and I will point it at the Oni.
As you unsheath the sword, you expect it to be made of metal, but instead it is a blade made purely of obsidian. It is shiny and dark like the night. Seems very strong and hardy, though, not like a brittle kind of obsidian sword.
Sounds pretty awesome. I don't know. I don't think I can actually use a sword though. Unless it's a simple weapon or a short sword. Oh, I guess I have long sword too. Okay, I'm good.
Technically, it's a great sword.
Oh, well, I do not have that.
But it is a +3, so it does give you a +3 to your what would be disadvantage roll on a great sword.
Hmm. Okay, well, yeah, I'll give it a try. I definitely feel like it fell in the wrong hand. All of my monk training, I've never used such a blade of this caliber. So it's taken me a while to get like I'm just feeling it out as I'm kind of waving it at him. But I guess that'll be my turn.
If you would like to attack with it, you can. I totally understand the unfamiliarity kind of going on here. Or if you wanted to try and pass it off to someone else, you could do that as well. You haven't used any movement. And you'd be not terribly far away. Yeah, you're like 20 feet away from where the Oni's at. Off to kind of the
Okay.
side of the room, where the Oni and Lyra are at.
Well, let's try and hit it and see how this goes. So I'll use my movement to get over there and then just a slashing attack with it.
Yeah, okay. So let me see. I wonder.
Hey, it's gonna hit. I got an 18 and a 19.
Okay, yeah. So with the 18 and the +3 that would be from the sword itself,
Yeah.
absolutely, you'd hit pretty hard. Let's see here. I'll have to look at the thing again, but I think yes. So here, I can actually equip it for you. I did go through the trouble of buying the item in D&D so that you guys can actually equip these into your inventory and stuff like that.
Very nice.
Yeah. So if you check your actions, it should be in there again. That's funny, it only gives a +1. Or the hit plus to hit was a +1. That can't be right. Is that because your strength?
Sucks. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm definitely dexterous. That's why like this is it's a very interesting weapon for me. It's like similar to what back in the old days, I studied a little bit with a hammer and it kind of reminds me a little of a hammer.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So damage. Mm, mm, mm. For 7 damage, 7 slashing.
Okay. The Oni has this great look of surprise on its face as you come at it with this sword. It almost looks afraid, and kind of begins to like cower a little bit and back away. Good move, definitely whittling it down. Lyra is up. She's going to use half her movement to stand up and make some attacks against this Oni. Kronos, why don't you roll the attacks for Lyra for me? Excuse me. I think she gets 2 of them. And they are advantage because she is raging.
Oh, that's bad. One is 12, one is 11.
And that was just what you got on the dice, though.
20s. Yeah.
Is that blessed as well?
Well, I
do you
didn't
have
use those.
blessed? Oh, okay.
Go ahead and roll a d4 and then give me those totals again.
So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 14.
Okay,
So
yeah.
bad.
No, they would both hit because she has a plus
Oh, wow.
9.
Oh, geez. That's
So,
crazy.
yeah, so those definitely hit. And then go ahead and roll 2d12.
I'm rolling so bad. 9 and 7.
Okay, 14, 16. So 26. Holy goodness gracious. So Lyric gets up and just unleashes a couple of attacks on this Oni, and it looks terrible. It looks like it's holding on with the skin of its teeth. It's like down on one knee, kind of just groaning, heavily breathing. It I did that backwards. That's really funny. It looks at all of you kind of like across the room and goes, "This isn't over yet." And it snaps its fingers and turns completely invisible. And then you guys don't know what it does. It's going to be Kronos' turn. You can definitely.
Can I react to that?
What is your reaction?
Can we counter it?
It's more like an innate ability than it is a spell. Oni are able to do darkness and invisibility just innately. It's like yeah.
Must be nice. Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. Okay. So
It's like a cantrip, but better.
yeah. It's my turn.
Yes, yes, we are up with you.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. I do have one left. Could I do detect magic? Trying to find him.
Yeah. Yeah, you cast detect magic across the room, and you can definitely see some of your party members kind of shining with an essence from the magical items that they carry. And then out over by the Divian, you can definitely sense there's a little bit of magical energy by that. But then even further away, like across the room from all of you guys, you can tell that there's just this aura of magical energy kind of floating out of nowhere. But specifically, you can see a couple of rings kind of in the air. On each of his hands, he has rings.
Cool. I would like to point it out to my team.
Okay.
That's where I think he's at.
Yeah, you give him a really solid idea of where they're standing or where he is standing on that side of the room, and it is just opposite of all of you guys. He's kind of over there hiding, just standing there waiting. And as you look and kind of take it in for a second, you could definitely hear the coming from that side as well. Corey, your turn.
All right. Kronos pointed this motherfucker out, and I'm gonna go and end him.
Okay.
So I go to where Kronos indicated, and I'm gonna do one more branding smite for that extra 3d6. Roll both my attacks.
So this will be with disadvantage because he is invisible. You were shown where to attack, but it's still disadvantage.
Okay. All right, my lower roll was a 15 on the first one. Plus
And that
2 with
just
bless.
misses.
Plus 2 with bless.
Okay.
So
And that
17.
just hits.
Second attack. Uh, 13 on the second attack, so that one does miss. But branding smite only applies to the first attack, so I'm okay with that. Roll the damage. 6 plus 6 is 12. All right, total of 18 damage.
What was the to hit?
The to hit had been 17.
Oh yeah, okay. And you did how much damage?
think I said 18.
Okay. Yeah, so you strike through almost nothing. And it's like as your sword's going across, you feel kind of funny just slashing in midair, but then the confidence that was given to you by Kronos and the bless spell just has you lean forward a little bit more into it. And you definitely can hear the groans of this Oni as its invisibility spell breaks and it falls back prone, lying there on the floor, dying, and it's kind of shrinking back down from a large size to a little bit more humanish size.
All right. Whew.
Yes.
Just a big
Uh,
sigh of relief, I guess.
Kuba, you
Shit.
specifically hear Black Razor in your mind go, and you like innately know that its name is Black Razor. It's kind of like been gathering information about you, learning languages that you know, and things like this. You've kind of been sharing knowledge with it, you've been learning where it came from and what its kind of alignment is. It's been like it's like the sword is trying to quickly attune to you, but you can hear just an angry little kind of shriek come out from it.
I wanted that soul. That one must have be mine, master. Why did you let her take it?
There'll be plenty more. There'll be plenty more.
Do you promises?
I can promise you this, Black Razor.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm kind of looking around at the party like, does anyone want this thing?
Lyra
It-
is probably leaning towards that direction and kind of like,
'Cause-
yeah, that looks like a great sword. It's definitely along my lines.
Yeah.
It's
and her
really, really
ancestors-
cool.
Yeah, her ancestors were all about it.
Yeah, reading through it, like it's a really cool sword, but I can only do like 7 damage with it on a disadvantage. So I'm a monk of the open fist or open hand, so it's just not for me. It may have a better master in mind.
I really wish that Kelsey were here to ask what alignment her character is, because that kind of makes a difference a little bit.
Yeah,
But
it
I'd
has to,
imagine that she's probably chaotic or neutral.
based on the
anyway.
voices.
Yeah, definitely not lawful, so I don't think that's going to matter very much.
But I shall hold it for now, and I shall swing it.
Maybe just keep it safe.
Yeah, it's raring to go. I can feel it like actually sucking some of the key out of me. Not a full point, but it's like it's learning what my key points are. It's like it's really, yeah, as you said, trying to attune to me.
Yeah, it's like it's trying to make a quick attunement. That
And
as you
we
kind of
don't
tell it,
have
like,
to hold it. We
say
we can
what?
put it down. Like, if you don't want to hang on to it, I can take it from you for a while. Because that sounds creepy as fuck.
It's interesting. He's very interested in what's happening. He knows he has the resilience to fight this sword off, so he's okay with it. It's almost like a test for him.
Okay. I can accept this.
So, Kuba, you're gonna hold on to it for now?
Yes, for now.
Okay.
I am exhausted.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
Corey is very tired. She has used all of her magic.
Corey, you're looking around this room and you're realizing that it is actually kind of nice in here, despite all of the Oni blood and your blood and turtle blood and all the blood that's around this room. It's actually kind of nice. There's nice tapestries that are up all over. They're kind of like risque, kind of nude, like mermaid kind of things, and like just nice stuff to look at. Forest scenes and nature, like lots of nice tapestries. The bed has a huge hole in it, but it was nice. There are like pillows and carpets, rugs all over too. It's surprisingly cushy for how shitty this dungeon is when you guys walked in.
Can we barricade the door?
Yeah, the door seems like you'd be able to close it pretty easily without any trouble.
There's only one entrance, right? One
Yeah,
entrance.
there is only one in and out.
Then I will set to work barricading the door as best we can.
Let's do a survival check.
Okay.
I had an idea too. I'm pretty big. I can like legit probably lay down up against it so no one can actually push in. Big ass giant turtle. I don't know.
Then you can't move all night.
He sleeps in
know.
a shell.
Exactly.
Oh, that's fair.
No.
Would that work, DM? We just have our wizard be the doorstop.
I think so, mostly because of his rotundness. And I imagine you sleep in your shell anyway. You are just kind of a big doorstop. That yeah, it would give you guys a little bit of solace as you take a long rest down here.
Okay. Then I guess we should explore.
Yeah, I slowly am guiding the sword around almost like a pet now. And I'm like showing it around the room. And I look in the treasure chest and I'm like, hey, that's where I found you. Look at that. How long have you been in there?
I have no concept of time.
Oh. All right. Well, this long rest won't be long for you then.
I only wish to be with my brothers. They also reside in this dungeon.
Would I begin to learn more about what I'm reading through, like his brothers?
Yeah, it starts to kind of tell you a little bit about where it came from, where it was forged, and things like this.
Well, it sounds really cool.
Yeah, no, this was why I wanted to get into this dungeon. The other weapons are as cool, but just a little different.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you guys take a long rest. Go ahead and update your character sheets on that. I also fixed the bonuses. It didn't have a +3 bonus or anything for whatever reason.
Cool. Thank you.
So now it does, which means you have a +4 to hit
Yay, that's better.
because you're not proficient and your strength isn't amazing. So there's that, but you know, it's Black Razor is still happy to be in your hands. It feels like it's in maybe one of the better places it could be. You can tell anytime you go near Corey, it hisses a little bit. There's just a
Down,
It's
down,
back.
Black Razor.
I hiss back.
There you go.
yeah, Corey doesn't hear it.
I can feel it.
Corey bites. Careful.
I just have to do like a single divine sense and know what it's doing. I can feel the evil off of it. Unhappy.
So yeah, you guys have a long rest, getting back any hit points and spell slots that you guys were down. Black Razor and Kuba kind of get to know each other, learn a little bit about what's going on, what has been going on. It tells you though that it's only had one prior master and it wasn't the Oni. And it cares not for that master because it didn't collect enough souls for it. So it was better off waiting for its true master, as it starts to call you.
My true master.
Yeah. I think one of the best things about it, as you guys will learn, and I'm just excited about how funny this is, so I'm going to tell you now. The other weapons have absolutely no association with this sword whatsoever. Like it considers itself kin with the other two weapons, but there's like literally no reason that it should. They're forged in completely different places. Like
So he's like, my brothers, and they're like, who the fuck are you?
Oh, hi, Black Razor.
yeah,
He's adopted.
yeah, kind
Oh
of.
no, we
One,
don't tell him.
One super cool thing about him, he has a charge. He has a haste charge, which is pretty badass.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons I thought it would be kind of fitting for you, because like that could definitely help you out. It's like you don't have to use him to after you could haste him.
just-
You could use haste and then do some other stuff. You don't have to use him after using haste.
Right.
You could just strap it to your back and have it equipped and not actually use it.
Although if you don't feed it souls, it might
It
grow
gets angry.
tired of that and try to devour your soul. So
It's a touch and give relationship. I'm starting to understand it.
okay. Cool. So you guys have acquired one weapon. I'm surprised nobody has asked me about treasure yet.
We
Yeah.
just went up.
I guess we just got to put it out there. Okay, so there is a lot of gold and electrum and platinum underneath this Divian. You guys could probably all carry it if you divvy it up, but it's definitely too much for one person to carry. There are 11,000 gold pieces as you
Oh my.
guys kind of try counting through and eventually just give up, and it's like, put them in stacks of 10, fuck it. Count the stacks. Oh my god, like it just gets tiresome trying to count them all. There are 1,000 electrum pieces, and there are 200 platinum pieces. So that doesn't sound like a lot as far as the platinum's concerned, but that's a lot of platinum.
'Cause each platinum is worth how many?
Like 10.
Gold one? 10?
Yeah.
So
So
that's 2,000.
yeah, 2,000 gold on its own. So yeah. So I'll let somebody who knows the math kind
I kinda wish the after party was here, I'm not gonna lie.
of
It-
That- Bag of holding.
somewhere in a distant land, Parthenax is just getting an eye twitch.
yeah,
There's
rolled
so
over
much
in his
gold I
sleep.
don't have right now.
Yeah, rolled over in his sleep for sure.
So 11,000 divided by 4 would still mean we each have to carry 2,750 gold
Damn.
pieces. I don't think any of us can carry that. Because how much is that in carry weight? Let me check that real fast. Oh, no way. Add.
Oh, I didn't know I was doing this on your character sheet, Corey. My bad.
Huh?
Nothing. Never mind.
I'm making sure that 50 coins weighs 1 pound.
So yeah, you guys might be able to carry a decent amount without being encumbered quite yet.
It means we would each be carrying 55 pounds of gold.
That's crazy to think about.
Well, that's our allotted shares, everyone. If you want to take all the 2,750, I guess you can. I'm not going to worry about Electrum.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold.
Yeah, I'm not sure if my carry weight can even allow me to carry all that.
How much did you say?
It would end up being 55 pounds of gold. For 2,750 pieces of gold.
50.
right, so that's gold. What else do we want to figure out? What else is in the room?
Platinum pieces and then the electrum, which is fine if you don't worry about.
What about the rings on the Oni?
So the Oni had a couple of rings on him. Sorry, there's also a potion of greater healing in here. A scroll of protection against fiends, ironically enough, and a armor of vulnerability.
What is armor of vulnerability?
Let me double check.
Oh, equipment, probably.
So it is yeah, go ahead and do I'll either give you a history or a arcana check for Corey.
Neither are great. Let's go with history. For a 15.
Okay, you have heard of this armor before. It is unfortunately cursed armor that
Oh.
does give you resistance to a damage type. However, it gives you vulnerability to 2 other damage types.
Hmm.
Oh, that sucks. Well, we can probably sell it.
Might be a slight hard sell, but yeah, you can always try.
Always melt it down and turn it into something else. At least
Do
what the
you-
gold is made of.
Do you get to pick the types when you attune to it?
I do.
Oh, you do. Okay,
The DM does.
gotcha.
I'm not particularly interested in any of these items, so if you guys want them, you can have them.
I'm gonna check out the rings, to be honest.
So Quiznet had a couple of rings on him as well. Do 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 do. Where the fuck does it say that? I didn't think oh yeah, okay. So one ring is a ring of protection, and the other ring is a ring of spell storing.
Hmm.
So the way the ring of spell storing, that would probably most fascinate Kronos.
Yeah.
The way that one works is that you cast a spell into it, and then you use that
Okay.
spell slot. When you cast it, you can take a long rest, get that spell slot back, but the spell stays in the ring so that you can cast it later.
I like that.
Extra spell. That's awesome.
You can do a big spell for that one. Yeah.
So it can take 2 level 1 spells or 1 level 2 spell.
Got you. I like that.
Whatever way you want to mix that up or what have you, that is kind of how it would go. Or it could do 2 cantrips, but it could do 2
So,
level 1 or 2.
so whoever wears the ring can cast it.
Yes, you could cast a spell into the ring and give it to somebody else to cast the spell.
I love that.
That's pretty neat.
That's what I was thinking in my head, to be honest, like an emergency spell for anybody in my team.
If you wanted
That's
to use it
very
that
cool.
way, yeah, you definitely could.
Just an example, let's say Misty Step. One of my teammates are in danger. They can't actually leave the area naturally. So they can use that to get out of harm's way.
Good question. You're a good example to kind of bring up for it, actually, because something like Misty Step, where you as the caster are able to cast it as a reaction, you wouldn't be able to do it as a reaction from this Ring of Spell Storing. You'd have to do it as an action. So it's just like any other kind of magic scroll or magic item. You got to do it as an actual action. Because yeah, Misty Step you get as a bonus action.
Okay, so
And
enlarge
Static
and
Disc-
reduce I can do.
You could do enlarge and reduce. Yeah, somebody could use that
Gotcha.
spell later on something if they wanted. Yeah.
Cool.
Take the action. Okay. I can still use Black Razor and do pretty much the same key combos. I just have to do it in a different order.
Right. And then yeah, because you're not proficient with the weapon. I don't think you're at disadvantage every time. That might not be right. I think your proficiency bonus just isn't added to it. So it would be like your strength and the +3 from the weapon instead of strength proficiency and +3. Because it's a strength-based weapon. Like your dex-based weapons have
Plus 7s.
right, which is your dexterity
Dex.
and your
Yeah,
proficiency.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Okay.
um,
So you guys have quite a bit of ways to go back to the entrance or even to other treasure rooms if you choose to go there first. As you guys do wake up and unbar the door after kind of looking around, taking everything you wanted from the room, did anybody take the Ring of Protection?
I
I
was
wanted
thinking
to
that's-
ask, how much does that give you? It raises your AC, right?
Let me check again.
I'm sorry. I should
Yeah.
have to go.
It's fine. +1 gives you a +1 bonus to AC.
Who has the lowest AC?
Mine's super high.
Probably
Yeah, I have a 17.
actually Lyra, yeah, has the lowest. You look at Lyra and her unarmoredness, and her lack of armored state, wearing not a whole lot, probably, or at least I imagine, because I don't think she
Just
even has armor.
comfortably.
She has. Oh no, she has a gleaming armor breastplate. I was picturing a different kind of barbarian.
She
Um,
is missing a shoe though, right? Is that still a thing?
Missing a shoe. She stepped in acid, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she pretty much cooked a news.
Yeah. We should probably give her the ring of protection then. I'm
That's
good.
fine.
My AC is 21.
Damn.
Yep. I am a
crazy.
shield. I have,
Human shield.
yeah, I bought a +2 shield at the very beginning and I'm wearing half plate. I am bad at sneaking. I have disadvantage on stealth, in fact.
Nice. Is everybody cool if I can take that other ring? Is that
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah, you can make the most use out of it, so definitely.
Oh, what's the name of it, DM? So I can add it.
Ring of Spell Storing. That should be in there. If it's not, I'll be real surprised. It does actually. Black Razor is pretty good because it does more damage than your other weapons, even if the to hit is a little lower.
Yeah,
Like you get a +4, but it does +4 damage as opposed to +3 like the other ones.
very true. And it's 2d6.
Not to mention all the other shit.
Yeah.
As you guys are finished with this room, though, you walk out to where the Manticore were stationed at the bottom of this kind of weird shaped terrarium aquarium combo. And there is a safe that you guys kind of glossed over last time. It's up to you what you want to do with it, leave it or not. But yeah, I just thought I'd put it out there, not to screw you guys over. It seems kind of like some of the rocks, some of the shells, and stones and different like decorative looking pieces are kind of starting to like morph and pulsate a little bit, kind of like they're growing into these scorpions and these sea lions. Like the fixtures and decorations around the aquariums are kind of turning into the animals that you guys had slain. Not like, you know, transforming before your eyes, but just like that they're slowly growing. It might take a day or two to happen. As you guys climb out, each level kind of back up to the entrance of this weird aquarium that was put together. You guys come to a long hallway that you had taken to get here in the first place. There is a door at the very end of this hallway that you guys haven't done anything with. But before that door is the turn that you guys took to get back to the slippery hallway, as it were. You guys come out to this hallway expecting to see the piled up bodies of these ghouls and whatnot still there, to find that they are not. And the hallway has reset more or less and gone back to the way that you guys found it initially when you would come across here. So hopefully it'll be a little easier this time. You guys know kind of what's going on, but you're just on the other end of the problem this time. Everyone can do an intelligence check to give you a pretty solid hint from the DM.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Pretty good.
I got a
11.
5.
Oh, I rolled,
5.
rolled for Kuba. I meant to roll for Lyra. You got an 11, Corey?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Lyra also has a +0 in intelligence. Big money, big money. 15.
Hey.
Thank God. One of us had to get it.
As you're all kind of standing there, like almost annoyed at the fact that these spike pits are like empty, with all the time you spent lugging bodies and playing ghoul air hockey across. Lyra just pipes up in a very strange voice. Why don't we just tie something on the other side? Get something across and we'll be able to pull ourselves over. And then kind of goes back to normal after a minute. What just happened, guys?
This is a great
Did I
plan.
say something?
So all we have to do is fling Kronos across again. But
Yep,
with a rope tied to him.
this time, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so
Lyra goes, who
Heave
we
ho.
throwing?
huh?
Lyra goes, who we throwing? Looking at you, Corey, like we're chucking somebody, right?
Yes, we're Mr. Kronos. He's the one you threw last time. He's a turtle, just slides. It's good. I'm so tired.
Okay, let's have Lyra and Corey do a strength check. Just straight strength, see what happens. Oh no.
Oh no.
She's going with him.
I rolled a 5.
Oh.
She rolled a 6. Oh no. Goodness gracious. So you guys are trying to, because of the angles of the hallway, and let me send another picture to the chat just to have a refresher. You're not like going straight into the hallway. It's kind of like a left-hand angle of having to like throw him over,
We have to bounce him off the wall, obviously.
like a Koopa. Well, that might be what happens.
Oh.
This definitely was not a successful throw. So yeah, you guys are going.
Amy, like an air hockey.
We
Yeah.
push him and he hits the wall and he just bounces back at us. Is how I envision that.
Okay, so you guys are on the left side. Let me put a dot on here to make it more specific. Yeah, you guys are on that side of the hallway,
Hmm.
trying to get to the right side of the hallway. So it's kind of an awkward angle door to have to kind of throw him over and around. Um, let's say Kronos make a dexterity saving throw.
So are we in 25? Going into 20. What's that?
So you guys are in room 22.
Okay.
You're on the left side of 22, trying to get over to 21 to get out of here, basically.
Going into 21. Okay.
Yeah. And it's just the way that the door is not going like directly into the hallway. It's coming at the side of the hallway. It's definitely a weird angle. But Kronos, go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw to see if you can kind of like stick a leg out
God.
or anything. Maybe
No.
not.
I think I'm dead.
Oh no.
Just stay in your shell. Just stay in your shell.
That
What?
was what you were hoping would happen the whole time. You're like, just stay in the shell, stay in the shell, stay in the shell. Kronos falls down into the far spike pit. You guys at least get him over the first one, and he knocks around a couple of walls and lands over there in the far end one.
So could I do some little Kronos magic right now?
Okay, what you got?
So I still imagine like I have a hole and I could still look out what's going on, even though I'm spinning around, probably going crazy. And I see that I'm diving into this hole with spikes. I would like to reverse this by using my luck.
Okay. Because of the like time reversal kind of magic that Kronos is able to do, it's like you guys see him hit the wall, kind of bounce off it at a bad angle and start to spin towards the spikes. And then he just begins like spinning the opposite way back towards the wall. Go ahead and do that dexterity saving throw again, using that luck.
Black Razor lets out a
Oh,
cackle.
21. I got 21.
There you go. This
Dang.
time he keeps all of his limbs inside of his shell, and there's just a really solid bounce that happens, keeping him airborne, making him fly over the spikes onto the other side of the wall. You hit the ground and like slide up against the wall very quickly, and you're able to like kind of shimmy out onto the opposite side.
Natural 20. That was badass.
Nice.
Hey, that's cheating.
Black Razor gets mad.
I like that Brandon's doing the voice now.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
I'm starting to get super into this sword. The more I read about it, I'm like, what? You can do what?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why I was pretty
Insane.
excited to do this. The other weapons, like I said, are pretty similarly ridiculous. So like, yeah. Anyway, Kronos, you're on the opposite side of this hallway. What would you like to do?
Now I'm holding a rope for now. Wasn't that the plan?
You've got some rope
Okay.
with you, yeah.
Okay. I'll just hold on to it tightly, kind of look around. Do I look safe? Do I see
It-
anything?
It seems all right at the moment. Down the stairs from the hallway that you're in, it's just a bunch of water. The water is very still at the moment, so you feel like you're
There you
doing okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold on to the rope tight to wait for my team to come over. Oh,
You might need to secure it somewhere so that they're able to use it to,
'Cause
to like,
it's-
guide themselves.
Yeah, it's still slippery in there, right?
Hmm.
so I need to tie the rope down to something.
Yeah.
Do I see anything?
Go
Do I,
go do
yeah, do I investigate?
at least I'll say investigation or survival.
Why am I rolling so bad? I got a 10.
Okay. Nothing. It seems pretty sheer. There's not a whole lot of like anchor points. You feel like you'd have to make one or do something kind of fancy like that.
Can I wrap it around me like a belt, kind of?
And just lay down.
Yeah, or lay back. I don't know. Because you said there's stairs, right?
Yeah. Okay.
can I kind of go down? You know what I mean? Like kind of lean back, hold it.
Okay, yeah, I like that. You
Got
you
it.
kind of make yourself an anchor.
Yeah.
Just by leaning on the other side. You guys can feel the other end of this rope just getting tighter and kind of going back and forth. How are you guys anchoring the end that you guys got? 'Cause at least one side has to be tied down.
I'm gonna take my javelin and I'm gonna give it to Lyra and be like, can you just
Stake it.
Totally. Let's do
that as far in some crack as you possibly can?
yeah. Lyra, like, do you tie it for her? Or do you expect her to tie it?
No,
Around
I
this
will
way.
absolutely tie it for her. All she
Okay, so
has
yeah,
to do is ah!
you tie the rope to the spear, and she happily looks at it and drives it into the ground, giggles a little bit and goes, "That was fun." She got an 18 on the strength check to wedge it into a couple of these stones.
I'm
You
never
got another
taking
one?
my
Can I do that
javelin
again?
off. Maybe next time. Next time.
So make sure you're down one javelin.
Yes, I will do
Okay.
that.
Yeah, you guys have a pretty good rope to hold on to get across here. Let's just go ahead and do dexterity checks with advantage because you got the rope helping you out. Kronos is good. Probably a strength check from you though, to as everybody's kind of putting their weight on this rope to lean back and hang on.
Oh, you said check, not save. Whoops.
Yeah, just a check.
With me?
Hey, I got a 20.
So yeah, dexterity check for Kuba, Corey, and I'll do one for Lyra, and then strength check for Kronos.
Okay, I did one, but I'm gonna use luck again on it.
Okay. Lyra got across before anybody else. Get nat 20.
I got a
on-
nat
on that
22.
one.
We're racing.
Oh, you guys were
Awesome.
totally racing. You're on either side of the rope, kind of going across. Kronos is having a hard time a little bit. And,
Yeah,
uses
but
some of his
I just got a 19.
uses some of his
Holding
magic
firm.
to hold back. Yeah. It's like there was a slip of his foot on one of the stones, and then he kind of reverses it a little bit and make sure that his foot doesn't slip the second time. Nice. Yeah, you guys get across and deal with this trap quite quickly, leading to a hallway that you guys remember there being some ghouls lurking nearby. Is there anything you guys want to do to preemptive for that, or
Are they? Possibly. So the sword, it can sense. Let's see. You are aware presence of tiny or larger creatures within 60 feet of you that aren't constructs or undead, but ghouls are undead, right?
yeah, they would be.
Okay. Then nothing
right.
on my end.
I got this one. All right, we're gonna do a divine sense. So I can sense the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. That is not behind total cover.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing in this immediate hallway.
Nice. Seems safe.
So you guys walk out into the watery room, back from the dry bits of the dungeon into the like 1 foot of water where your speed is halved. But it is quiet as you guys are sloshing through. You can't really see anything. And then you get to this hallway that you guys might remember from last time causing you guys a little bit of problems. No ghouls do spring about, but
Is this the hot hallway?
let's make it hot, hot, hot. Ooh, nice. Yes, it is.
Okay. I strip off my armor. I tie everything in a bundle with my gold and put it on top of my shield so it slides across the floor like a sled.
As Lyra as well would have to take off the armor of gleaming. As the women disrobe down to their undies, the water down this hallway starts to kind of ripple. You start to see these long ripples and hear a sloshing kind of coming through the hallway. sort of like you guys did before on your way here. The water is just moving without anything in it. You guys can see it coming towards you down this hot hallway. 10 feet, well, probably starting 30 feet, 10 feet, getting closer. Anybody doing anything?
Yeah, Black Razor cackles and kind of pulls me forward a little bit, so I'll run up and attack it.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make your attack roll, and then we'll do initiative.
Cool. I'll use a luck on. It's a news. Should I use a luck? Yeah, I'll use a luck. Mhm. Well, I shouldn't have used a luck. That's okay. I got a 9 to hit.
Oh, damn.
That does not hit. But Black Razor is eager. It is happy that you have chosen it and drawn it towards targets, unseen or not. But yeah, let's go ahead and do an initiative.
Cool.
Nat 20.
Woo!
Team.
Nice.
I got a 21.
What's your total, Kronos?
24 total.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then Cuba got a 21. Jeez.
Yeah.
So, real quick, one thing about that haste spell that it can cast. It's out of it has 1 charge per long rest, and you can use it against me at any time. So
So
you
it can-
cast it as the DM. It's not in my hands.
What?
Yeah.
I did not read that part.
Yeah,
So you just randomly get haste cast on you for no reason?
pretty much. So you could use it to, if I really don't want to fight something or something, you can be like, nope, we're doing it.
Damn.
Well, haste is not compel.
True. That's true.
What it's really doing is just giving you like ADHD for a couple hours every day.
Or like an hour of the day or something.
That is
Yeah,
not
because
what
the downside of
Super
haste is
hyped.
the exhaustion.
Yep.
Yeah,
How do I
Corey,
reset
what'd
that?
you get on initiative?
15.
Okay. Okay. Kronos, you will be up first. We'll probably do our break right about here. It's almost 8, so might as well. Meet up like 15-ish after the hour, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Works for me.
Awesome sauce. See you guys in a few.
All right.
Hey guys, came back from the break a little late. We've got a new threat after the party now. Some unseen creatures have come up through the hallway as Corey and Lyra have doffed their metal armor that would do them damage. They started making their way down the hall to some threats coming towards them. Kuba swinging quickly with the Black Razor in hand, and Kronos blessing the party. We're now, after Kuba being attacked once, we're at Lyra's turn, as she got a nat 20 to attack this unseen foe, and then 18 for a total of damage. What do we got, Corey?
Okay, so it was 3d12. I got 11, a 10, and a 6. So 21, 27.
27
27
plus
on dice.
10,
Plus 10.
because it's a +5 on each hit. So plus 10 for, what was that, 36?
27 plus 10.
37. All right.
No, 27. 27 plus 10 is 37.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Fuck. Gosh, that's so much. Oh, wow.
So
And
okay,
that was
yeah,
the nat 20 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a whole variety of attacks coming from Lyra as she is just striking true. It's like she ran right up to this thing and just started slashing through it. Kuba, you're greeted side by side with this hulking figure that is Lyra as she just makes strikes directly in front of you, and you can hear Black Razor going,
Yes, yes, I wish I were in her hands.
Ah,
I mean, you are the bestest, master.
You try so hard, master.
Please feed us souls.
Okay. That was Lyra's whole turn. Good. And Corey, you're up.
All right. It's dark in here. I'm gonna do sorcery point. 2 sorcery points. 2. And I'm going to make light a bonus action.
Okay.
So I cast light on my sword, so we can now see things.
So the hallway does brighten up a little bit as this light spell is cast. Kuba, you can see in front of you, there is nothing except for the disturbances in the water in front of you. But then off to the right a little bit, almost like imprinted on the wall, but sort of mistily coming off of it is a shadow that is just like kind of hissing and reeling back at the light a little bit.
Okay. And what else do I want to do? I will. What I want to do is, because I used the sorcery points to make that first spell a bonus action, I now want to cast Branding Smite and then do my 2 rounds of attacks.
Because the attacks would be your action, so would the spell casting, but that's why I use the sorcery points. I'd give you 1 attack with that branding smite.
Okay, I'll take it.
yeah.
I think that's
And-
that's fair action economy.
Are you going after the shadowy thing, or are you going after the invisible thing?
Going after the shadowy thing first,
Okay.
because I think the other guys got the other thing, the invisible thing, kind of tagged down. All right, where is that Brandon Smite? Cast. Come on, baby. Plus bless. It's a 17 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. Bless is wonderful. All right. And that's 1d10. 3d6. For 18 points of damage.
Okay. So you destroy this thing. Especially with your sword brightened by the light. It's cuts through it and almost dissipates the shadow. And you can hear kind of a screech come and echo down the hallway. As you cleave through it and kind of turn to your party, or at least half of them who are at the invisible thing, kind of like, okay, that's the next threat. You can see that behind them, their shadows begin to kind of contort and turn to mist as these creatures kind of reel up from behind them a little bit. And they go to strike at Kuba and Lyra. Kuba, it's a 21, and Lyra, it's a 17.
Are we all within 5 feet of each other?
Roundabout.
Okay.
I would,
so then
well, yeah.
that- You
So we
gotta
get-
apply my shield bonus then.
What is that?
Every attack made to someone within 5 feet of me has to be made at disadvantage.
Okay, well those are both higher than my last roll.
Okay.
So 10. So Kuba does 12 necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by 2 points.
Well, that's not good.
And then same to Lyra.
How do you, is there a way to,
Adjust the strength score. I
yeah,
was gonna say, I don't think there's an easy way.
Actually, you can click directly on it. Just click on the strength, STR. It'll open a sidebar.
Oh yeah, and you put other modifier. You can do a -2.
ah,
Cool.
Oops.
Oh,
Oops. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Ha. I accidentally I meant to do Lyra's strength score and I changed Kronos's instead. And then I rolled a strength check and it was a 1 with a -1, so it was a 0. Sorry.
how would that happen? What would happen if you got a 0?
Absolutely nothing. Negative action. No negative action. Just immovable force. It's a movable object, or unstoppable force, immovable object.
Yeah, you just bounce off each other.
Okay, so that is their turn. We'll be back at the top with Kronos. You're able to see quite well in this hallway now, and you can tell that there are these figures kind of hiding in Kuba and Lyra's shadows, kind of stalking behind them.
And they're both kind of together, right?
They are, yeah, I mean, the way that Kuba and Lyra are standing next to each other, the shadows are literally in their shadows.
Let's see how this works. I'm gonna try Sanctuary.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it on Kuba and cast it on him. Within range against you are a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the worded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. So whoever's gonna attack Cuba, they have to make a wisdom saving throw of 14 if they want to make an attack or a spell on him.
that's cool.
For sure. Yeah, good one. Good one.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm still kind of hanging back, not really doing anything.
No, I'm just gonna cast that on him. I would say because of my ability, I guess, around Cuba, probably I would say like you see like stuff like time kind of going around him, like he's kind of encased in the field in a way.
Cool. That's really cool.
Cool.
Nice.
And my turn.
Okay. So this invisible creature that Kuba and Corey are on is going to make an attack on each one of you guys. Let's see here. Okay. For an 11 on Kuba, there's that disadvantage. Okay, nice. Then an 18 on Lyra. Okay. 2d6. For 10 points of bludgeoning damage. You can see Lyra just kind of gets struck by basically nothing. It's like she's standing there just ready and then just blah. out of nowhere, just gets blasted. Okay, and then it's gonna be Kuba's turn.
All right. That last shadowy demon thing, did it look the same as what's currently behind me in my shadow?
Yeah,
And 18 points killed that thing, right?
yeah.
I will turn and smack at my shadow with Black Razor.
Okay,
And I have the -1 from the taking 2 less strength. I'm gonna use lucky on that. All right, does a 17 hit?
yeah.
Cool. So as I slash down, it will do 11 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I'll probably just follow up with the exact same thing on the same target. So I'll use my 2 attacks with Black Razor, kind of like a parry and then a slash.
Nice.
For 22 to hit.
You gotta do a
11.
dodge roll next.
You're so right. So that'll be 19 points of damage total.
Damn.
Okay, yeah.
I'm vividly imagining us all fighting Kingdom Hearts. Heartless now.
Heartless, yeah, I could see that.
Just fighting Heartless in this random dungeon.
I love that. I am never gonna think of this creature the same now. It will always be that. That's awesome. Okay, so Kuba, you quickly take care of the shadow that is behind you. Lyra is gonna kind of take a similar stance. Go. Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
I did have one other thing. What was its maximum hit point? Because I gained that as temporary hit points because
So
of
you would
the
gain.
soul I devoured.
You
That's
Oh
would
my
gain.
crazy.
gosh. That's
Yeah.
That's
cool.
wild.
Yep,
It's
you would
insane.
gain 8 HP.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
still devour a soul if it's an undead?
oh, it's
Yeah.
undead.
Yeah.
Oh, that changes everything. I take like 48 points of damage.
What?
I did not know it was undead.
You actually do take damage. You're right.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah. It's
You
it's
take-
a
Are
one.
you about to die?
You take
no.
one
I'll
d10.
live.
You take 1d10 necrotic damage, and it actually regains 1d10 hit points.
Correct. And if I do drop to 0, I'm dead as a character. I don't even get death saves. I just die.
Yeah.
So
So
reckless.
yeah, it's a crazy sword.
Holy shit.
So
So
you hit it twice, actually.
I did.
So you would take 2d10 necrotic damage.
Okay. 2d10
Oh, didn't Kronos just cast?
sanctuary.
Yeah.
Right, but
Kronos-
it didn't attack him.
Yeah, I
or
attacked
anything.
it.
Yeah, it has to be
Oh.
against him. Yeah.
This is a feature of the
Oh.
sword itself.
Yeah. So I take 5 damage. That is not that bad.
Ooh, yeah, that lucked out. Nice.
Yeah. So 5 necrotic, and then do you want to heal them? I guess they haven't been hit then in that case.
Basically.
All right. So after hitting these things, the sword gets really excited, but I feel myself just withering. Like he's still as excited as can be, but I myself just feel him like a little bit shaky, and it's like, whoa, what is this magic?
Black Razor goes,
That is one way to feed us souls, master. However, it may not be favorable for you.
You little bastard.
Oh my.
And then I guess I'll spend a key point to disengage. Can I disengage from my own shadow? That's a good question.
That's a good question. I mean, you are still able to step away from it. It might kind of stay in line somehow, still be in your shadow, but yeah, you could definitely like take some steps from it.
Okay. Hmm.
There is still the invisible thing nearby, though, that you'd be stepping from as well.
Right. What does the dodge action do again?
Dodge, you basically take that as an action, and then I'm pretty sure it gives you like your AC plus half. I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure you just take it as your action. You've already done attacks.
Right, I have patient defense, which I can spend a key point on.
Ooh,
Which.
you take the dodge action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks until the start of your next turn. Any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you can see the attacker.
So for the two
That-
shadows, I will definitely take a key point of patient defense as I'm regaining what just happened.
Okay. So battle monk like Kuba just takes a deep breath and kind of waits patiently for kind of the next thing to happen to kind of make things come into focus. Lyra, still raging and being attacked from behind, is going to try and take a swing at the shadow and then take a swing at the invisible thing. Kronos and Kuba, you guys want to make a D20 roll for her attacks?
God. I need to stop rolling.
Oh no. Oh
I got,
no.
it's not a 1.
It's not a 1. Okay, so we got a 1 and then a 5. I forget what her modifier is, 9 or something. It's plus 8.
Yeah.
So a 9 and a 13, which still would not be good enough. And Kuba being the only one nearby, you just catch kind of a backswing a little bit as she's kind of trying to turn and hit this new thing from behind her. The axe just kind of swings a little bit in the wrong way.
Can Sanctuary work on that? Because technically she's attacking me.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, she's not attacking you as much as accidentally hitting you.
Accident.
Alright,
Yeah,
I mean,
I tried.
I will.
You know
I will
what?
because of the sanctuary say that the
he
damage
also
is
has
half.
a patient defense,
Yeah,
True.
and
True.
he's also within 5 feet of me.
but it was an accident. I understand. Like she didn't deliberately attack
I
me.
will say the damage is halved because of sanctuary. I rolled an 11 on the d12. It would be plus 5 for 16, so 8.
Okay. 8 damage.
How you looking, Cuba?
I'm about half.
Okay.
Lyra definitely like between the goes, I'm so sorry. Okay, Corey, you're gonna be up.
Okay. All right. I'm actually gonna go with casting aid this round at 3rd level. Everybody is healed for 10 points, and you
Yeah.
have an additional 10 points of health past your maximum.
Are they're temp points or your
Yeah.
max hit points grows?
Temp, you get 10 temp hit points.
Nice.
10. Alright. Whoop.
Oh
Put
no,
100.
it's your hit point maximum. So
Okay.
you add 10 to your hit point maximum.
Cool.
Okay,
So you
that's-
can be over healed.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a difference. Because the temp hit points will make your hit points actually go up. If you have 10 to your max hit points, it won't make your hit points change right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you click on the hit points, it's at the bottom left where it says max HP modifier.
Mhm.
Just put a 10 in there. Anyway, yeah, okay, good move. Anything else?
Right. I'm just gonna make sure I stay shimmied between everyone, try and get that shield out there.
Okay. Your shield is definitely getting warm in these wraps. It's starting to warm up a little bit. You did not take damage the first round. This one, you get 1 point of fire damage from the shield starting to heat up in your arms, and the sword getting pretty warm as well.
All right.
These shadows, Kuba, especially with your patient defense, can see kind of like draw towards you guys and just disappear completely into the darkness that is left in your shadow. They reappear behind Kronos and Corey and attempt to make attacks on you guys. Corey, is that going to be a disadvantage for you?
No, it doesn't apply to my character, only to people around me.
Okay. Corey got 23. Kronos, we got 15.
That hits.
Oh, that just misses Kronos, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So Corey is gonna be Kronos. Wrong thing. There it is. 8 points of necrotic damage. And your strength score.
I'm resistant to necrotic damage,
So that'll be half.
and I'm immune to disease.
It's not a disease.
Okay.
But your strength score is reduced by 3.
Damn.
And then Corey and Kronos, you guys have these creatures now behind you, just kind of menacingly standing over you, a little shifty in the air. We'll be at the top again with Kronos.
So I got a question with the spell that I cast on Cuba. Is that a concentration spell? I don't see it saying concentration. It says duration is 1 minute.
Okay, then that'd be like 10 rounds of combat.
Okay. So
Uh,
I can cast again, right, onto another teammate.
Yeah, you should be able to cast that spell again because it's just a buff spell, right? As long as
Yeah,
it
it
doesn't
is.
have that. Yeah, then I think that's the
Okay.
whole purpose of it, is to be able to cast a couple times.
Just making sure. So how many rounds was that for Cuba?
1. We're
One.
only
Oh,
on the start of the 3rd round.
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Curry then. Since
Okay.
she basically protects us if we're close by, so I'm gonna try to protect her.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, anything else?
That'll be it.
All right. So we've got this invisible creature who is still focused on Kuba and Lyra. Kuba, you're taking the patient defense, which
That was, yeah, it was just a bonus action if they were to hit me.
okay, and that lasts until your next turn.
Yes. Let
Okay.
me make sure. But I think it's just like you play it at the end of your turn if you get hit, but like this would be a normal turn for me. I think it goes from the end of my turn to the start of my turn.
Right, and it hasn't been your turn quite yet. You would be next. So-
Right.
Okay, cool. So it tries to slam you at disadvantage. I rolled 2 2s.
Two
Oh, shit.
twos.
Wow. Okay, so it goes for Lyra. Wow, 20. Jesus. Yeah, 25. Oh my god. It was almost nat 20. 19. Okay, and then it just does 2d6. 10, 13. Okay, and then we've got Kuba's turn up next.
All right. So I will shake Black Razor and say, "You bite the hand that feeds you," and I'll sheath it. And then I'm going to run to the shadows, to where the shadows are. So if
Okay.
I take a attack of opportunity, that's fine, but that's where I'm going.
You've got Kronos kind of in the back a little bit,
Behind me.
and Corey's like kind of laterally off to the side a little bit.
Okay, so I'll start with Kronos then. So I'm running back. And then from there, I'm going to do an unarmed strike on this shadow creature for a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
It'll be 4 damage. I'm just gonna add up. I'm gonna do another. How do I want to do? I'll spend a key point to do a Fury of Blows on it as well. Oh, Fury of Blows. Spend 1 key point. Let me do that so I don't forget. And then I do 2 more unarmed strikes.
Have you
Does it-
rolled damage yet, or are you just doing hits?
Just hits. I'm gonna see
cool.
everything I can do on it.
Cool.
I only got 4 the first time. Does an 11 hit the shadow?
It does not.
Okay.
Yeah, bless also.
Oh yeah, let me use bless on that one. I forget about bless. Does 15 hit that shadow?
Yes.
Perfect. So then a 16 will also hit that shadow.
Damn. We have to 3 or 4 hits.
3 hits.
Okay.
For 16 points of damage.
Okay, that is literally its HP.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
So
Uh, it is resistant to bludgeoning damage. Are your fists magical? Do the bracers or anything make your?
I feel like, yeah, I think
They
they
do.
do.
Specifically why you got them, I think.
Yeah, let me see. I also think I'm so trained in my art that it makes them magical. I just have these hands are just magic.
Doesn't say that it makes your attacks magical.
Okay, then no.
Okay,
I think because I think the bracer just gives me,
they're defensive, so it's not
Yeah.
like, yeah. Okay, and you said that you were on the Corey's shadow,
Chronos.
Chronos' shadow. Okay, okay. So that doesn't quite put it down.
That's
but
okay, I can keep going.
You definitely do a significant amount of damage to it.
So if that's the case, I can also do, what's it called? Open hand technique or something like that. Let me find it. So when I hit with one of my Fury of Blows, I can impose one of the following effects on the target.
Okay.
I would like it to make a dex saving throw of 14 or be pushed 15 foot backwards.
Okay.
Very nice.
Oh, I rolled a 14.
Boo.
Total.
All right. I hate these shadows.
Yeah, Kuba never was a fan of shadow boxing.
Yeah.
That
That was
I've been sitting on that
fantastic.
one for a second. I was sitting on it, but I was like, no, there'll be a better moment.
All right. That's all I can do then.
Cool. It is Lyra's turn. She's still engaged with this unseen target, kind of distracting it from all of you guys. It's gonna make attack. Or no, it's Lyra's turn. She's gonna attack it. So, who hasn't yet? Well, everybody has. Kuba, Kronos. Go ahead and do roll a d20.
God.
A 5 and a 6.
It wasn't a 1. I feel bad that I made you guys roll it again. But Lyra's just
I'm
like
kidding.
Lyra's just getting more pissed off as she's swinging at this thing to no avail. It doesn't feel like her weapon is making any contact or getting any purchase. Corey, you are up. You can see Lyra kind of just swinging away at nothing. Kuba's kind of over trying to help out Kronos. You've got this shadow that just kind of popped up behind you and lunged at you.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a green flame blade this time and attack the one. I'm gonna go for the invisible thing because I have a hunch that that's where the shadows are coming from.
Ah, okay.
So, green flame blade to both my attacks.
And so these will be at disadvantage because it's invisible.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's a 9, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15. 15?
That does hit.
That does hit? All right. And I'll roll second attack at disadvantage. 12, 13. And an 18. Between a 13 and a 12. A 12 plus 6.
Okay, cool. So both hits.
Okay, so I'll do damage with the green flame blade, which adds an additional d8. (16 plus 12).
28.
Thank you. 28.
Nice.
Well, plus 4 more. 28, 29, 31, 32 for 32 points of damage, which is ridiculous. And then the green flame blade also means that the damage jumps to a second target.
How far away?
Within 5 feet of it.
Okay, there's definitely not anything within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
The other targets like Kronos and Kuba are at least 10 feet away, kind of at the entrance of the hall again.
I rolled really high on that second attack. It was an 8 on the 8 and then an 8 on the 10. It's like,
No, yeah, that
ooh,
was some really good damage. Not that you could see it, but the invisible thing is not looking very good. Okay, so Corey and Kronos, you've got these shadows behind you that are going to make attacks again. Corey, it's going to be an 18. Kronos would be a 17.
She has Sanctuary, so they had to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Right.
Okay. Don't think these things are wise. 6.
Hell yeah,
So it's unable to attack, or
that's correct. I think it's half actually. Hold on.
damage is half.
It takes, it
On a
has to
failed
pick,
save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack spell. So they have to pick a different person to attack then instead, or just forget about it.
Okay.
But she doesn't get hit.
Yeah, okay, I definitely see. It's like this shadow reaches in towards towards Corey, and it kind of just like screeches out as it like dissipates towards you, and then reforms again, standing kind of confused, looking around, like what on earth just happened? Kronos, though, that does get a 17 to hit.
With disadvantage.
What's disadvantage on
Is
you
it-
for?
Next to Curry.
He's right next to me.
Yeah.
Well, Kuba is. You went over to the invisible thing to attack it, and they're at least 10 feet away because Kronos was hanging back.
Oh, I thought you just said me and Kronos were next to each other.
And I thought so too.
Yeah.
My bad.
Sorry.
Just it's okay. Kuba and Kronos are, because Kuba was attacking Kronos' shadow.
Okay.
Okay.
And then,
Who's chasing who, basically, is the
yeah, a little bit. Okay. So it gets a 17. Geez, it does 7.
Can I react to that?
What's your reaction?
My reaction is Chronal Shift. As a reaction, after you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll or an ability check or a saving throw, you can force the creature to re-roll again.
Okay.
That's like
Um,
anti-luck.
So it's
Yeah,
like
that's cool.
reversing. So basically, Kronos is reversing time to make him do it again.
That's cool.
all right, got a 14 this time.
Oh yeah.
So yep, and that one doesn't hit either. Damn.
That's dope.
Love and hate relationship with this character on the DM side here, but
Yeah, I kind of
It's-
figured.
it's awesome. No, it's great. That's what it's supposed to be for. We'll be back at the top with Kronos.
Oh yeah. So now the creature that was attacking me, could I see him?
Yeah, it is like this misty kind of shadowy figure standing in your shadow.
I'm just gonna cast Frost on him. Ray of Frost.
Okay.
See if it does anything on him. I
Is
got 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, jeez, dude. 2 damage.
Oh,
Yeah, it's bad.
That
okay.
might do it. That's the one I hit, right?
Yeah, it's doing okay. It's not quite. Not
Could I
quite
use my
damage.
blessing? Could I add a little bit more damage?
Yeah.
Another 2.
4
Okay.
damage.
Yeah, it's looking half as good as it was before. Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action. And I am going to cast Misty Step. And I'm going to attempt to go next to Curry.
Okay.
Because my strategy is basically bouncing off of her, basically. She protects me, I protect her while we boost everybody up.
Oop, yep.
Okay. Nice. Good plan.
My shield and your shield together.
Yes.
So yeah, you kind of teleport, just blink out of existence over near to where Corey's at. Kuba, you're kind of surprised, as is this shadow. It's just kind of standing there a little bit like, where did my cover go? And it's standing there just kind of staring at you. The invisible thing that is now standing by Kuba and Corey, kind of Kuba, Corey, and Lyra are all sort of huddled up there around it now. It doesn't know what to hit. Yeah, we're gonna go Corey and Kronos. Yeah. Yeah, Corey definitely misses. Okay. 11, 17 on Kronos. And that was a disadvantage. I got
At disadvantage.
yeah, I
I'll
got
take
15 on the other die and 11 on that die. Okay, so it slams you 11, 17 points of bludgeoning damage. As you bamf in and this force just kind of like rushes towards you. You can see the water kind of making little waves towards you. As it does, it tries to kind of push towards Corey, but Corey's able to get out of the way, or you push her out of the way maybe, so that she avoids being hit. But it's going to be Kuba's turn after that. You've got this shadow in front of you, and you've kind of got everybody else huddled around this unseen foe.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try and fight the shadow. So making some unarmed strike attacks. That is a nat 1
Oh no.
and an 18.
Okay. One of them definitely hits. The nat one, you just lose a little bit of footing and slip in this water, kind of sliding around. But we'll say make a deck save. See if you do end up falling or not.
It's an 11.
You know, you've been in situations like this before. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but you definitely like slip and slide a little bit. One of your hits does connect though, as you're trying to keep your footing.
Okay, so for that one. It'll do 8 damage and you said it's resistant to bludgeoning.
Yes, so that is enough. It does destroy this shadow that has been stalking you guys. That leaves
Perfect.
one behind Corey, and then the invisible thing.
My turn?
It's Lyra's turn actually. Corey, do you want to go ahead and roll her 2 attacks?
Yeah.
And they'll just be straight d20s.
She got a 16 and a 6.
Both of those will actually hit. Go ahead and roll 2d12.
It's a 8 and a 7.
15 plus
Yeah.
10 for a 25.
Barbarians.
Yeah. She definitely gets some purchase and is able to slash through this thing, kind of reducing it down a little bit. Good move. Good damage, I should say. Corey, it's your turn. You've got this shadow kind of hanging on behind you, and then you've got the invisible thing in front of you, Kronos to your side, and Lyra kind of to the other side.
Okay, I'm gonna do a branding smite at 2nd level. And then
You're
do
attacking the shadow or the invisible?
the invisible thing.
Okay.
Haven't changed targets. Alright, and I'm gonna do both of my attacks at disadvantage. Oh, okay. First one misses, it's a 2.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, for a total of 12, but I don't think that hits.
That does not hit. Are you doing a bonus action attack?
No, I have 2 attacks per action.
Oh, I thought you already rolled both of them.
Just did the second one. I got a 13 on that one.
That just misses.
Just misses. Okay. Well, that's both of my attacks, unfortunately. And I do not get my branding smite back.
Unfortunately. There is only one shadow left though, and it is on you, Corey. It's gonna go ahead and make an attack at disadvantage. Wow. All right. No, it doesn't. Rolled 1.
Okay with that.
Okay. We'll be back at the top with Kronos.
I see this creature, this shadow.
Yeah, you can definitely see the shadow that's hiding behind Corey right now.
Okay, I'm gonna try to cast Ray of Frost on him.
Okay.
17, does that land?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I rolled a 6, and then I'm gonna add my my bless. 7 damage.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely cuts it down pretty good. It's not looking so great. Let's see here. Anything else you want to do?
That'll be it.
Okay. The invisible thing is now gonna try and attack Kuba and Corey again. Which other D12? No, Taka. Okay. 14 on Kuba, or I'm sorry, Kronos. Oh, Jesus. All right, 6. Or no, that'd be on the
Goodness.
but it still misses both you guys. It's just kind of flailing around at this point. You can hear the water sloshing kind of chaotically as it's like trying to just make purchase on something. Kuba, it's your turn. You have dissipated this one shadow that was haunting on Kronos. You've got kind of everybody else huddled around the invisible stalker thing.
All right. So I'm gonna run in and attempt to cartwheel kick this thing
I love it.
because more surface area that way.
Makes sense.
Sure.
I'm gonna use lucky because I don't want to roll a 2 on that.
Cartwheel into Kronos. No,
So 15 to hit.
that does hit.
Yay.
Cartwheel is like the machine gun of kicks.
Yeah.
Just spray and pray.
So it'll take 9 damage. And then I'll use my second attack.
And you're
Oh,
attacking the
dude.
shadow?
No, the invisible thing.
Okay.
Does a 15 still hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes 9 damage and then another one.
Well, that one
Fantastic.
doesn't even matter because it does dissipate or kind of with this large like gust of wind that kind of fills the entire chamber. It like blows the water back to where you can see almost not dry but muddy land for a second. The water kind of rushes back, and as it does, Corey, you can tell that the shadow that was pestering you has also dissipated and seems to have gone into the nether realm. You banished it to the shadow realm. Kuba, you can hear Black Razor going,
I am still hungry.
I'll just shake it a little bit. I'm still mad at it, but I will take it out.
We consumed no soul yesterday. We consume no soul today. I better feed today or tomorrow.
You got part of my soul, you shadow being.
I did get a tastes.
Okay, so you guys keep trudging on down the hallway. Corey, as you kind of keep moving, you can sense that the weapons in your hand are getting a little warmer. You and Lyra both put your large metallic weapons down on the sack you're dragging behind you. You guys get to the end of the hallway, out of the metal plates, and I assume you don your armor once again. Everybody feeling a little rough, maybe a little weakened from fighting the shadows. Just the little bits of your soul and energy that they've taken from you. Little side note, the shadow is probably my favorite D&D monster of all time because of its attack. The fact that it like is super weak as far as damage goes, but it takes your strength.
Yeah, how long is that last?
Till you have a long rest or short rest.
Fuck. Okay.
But
Well,
if a shadow ever reduces your strength score to 0, you die. You no death
Yeah.
save. You just die. And if you're a non, like, it's like if you're a non-evil creature that dies from this attack arises as a new shadow.
Ugh,
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah, horrible. But so awesome if you're a DM. Anyway, you guys keep walking along. You get past this hallway, and the hallway kind of curves some before turning back at an angle. Everybody do, let's go perception or survival as you guys are walking along here.
you know what this
And it-
character's not built for?
Perception or survival?
Yeah.
No, that's a nat one.
Oh,
shit.
well, I got a 21, so that's good.
Nice.
And then use perception or survival.
I used perception.
Okay.
Perception's +1, so I have a total of 2.
Thankfully, Corey, you've got this light spell on your sword helping kind of light the way. And as you guys are going, Kuba sees that the water gets a little bit deeper as you guys are going. And Lyra kind of remembers, oh yeah, we fell into a pit. There was a pit along the way. We could avoid that. We just don't step in it. But you guys have the foresight to jump over the pit this time, leading you guys back towards the kind of central point of the dungeon, more or less. You've got a hallway going off to your right. You've got a hallway going off. That was left. Going off to your left, one going off to your right, and then one kind of going forward, but it angles back a little bit. The hallway to your right, you guys remember, is where the Sphinx and the entrance is. And then the other two hallways are yet unexplored.
Ow. But I'm carrying 189 pounds exactly. I'm literally 1 pound away from being encumbered.
Wow. Yeah, I guess
also-
I didn't give Lyra any gold. What was that number? It was like 2,000 something.
Yeah, 2750. Yeah.
For a total of 55 pounds of gold. I
That's-
also picked up all that platinum, so you guys didn't have to carry it. And that's what's got me at that, like, just
I'm a monk and don't wear any armor, so if you want me to hold it, I am happy to, because I'm at like 60
Oh.
pounds.
okay. I'll definitely hand over some of this fucking. You can have all the platinum. That will help a lot.
Sure.
Take 200.
Kind of the same way too. I don't have any armor on me, but I am heavy, just in general.
But that wouldn't that just make you stronger?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. No.
So what was the money that we got to? So I can add it. I forgot to add it.
2750 gold pieces.
2,7. Okay.
Oh wow, that was only 4 pounds.
I'm at 78 pounds now.
I'm carrying 185 pounds.
How much platinum did you give me?
200.
200?
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
200 platinum. So ends up being
200.
50 for each of us.
How much for each?
50 for each of us.
Is that how you guys are doling it up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
make
that's
it
the
even.
easiest.
That distribute the weight a little more evenly too. See if that over encumbers Lyra. No, it does not.
I am unencumbered.
Mhm.
Ooh, we got so much money, guys.
Yes, we do.
So it is up to you if you guys wanted to like venture back to the town, or I mean that would take a little bit longer than it would to make it back to like the Goblin's Eye. I forget what it's actually called. But it's the little cave where you guys stored like your horses and all that kind of stuff before you ventured into the dungeon proper.
I don't know. I think if the rest of the dungeon's going to be this difficult, we may need to go back and invest in some more stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
I want more potions of giant strength.
Health potions too,
Health potions as well. I don't think we had to use
just in
many,
case.
but it's going to get more difficult.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
did you
cool.
Did you guys grab that one potion? And the scroll?
I did not.
I forgot
I
about it.
mean, nobody said they did.
Yeah, no one said anything. Okay, I was just checking.
Damn it.
We know where they are if need be.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I even like checked with you guys.
I mean, one of them was a cursed piece of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one was not really something any of us can really use. It was a scroll, right?
Yeah,
Out of what? Can't remember.
I forget.
I think it was a healing scroll.
It was a scroll of protection.
Scroll of protection. Blech. Well, I asked about it and apparently didn't pick it up.
What was the ring too? What was the other one?
Oh, it was cursed. It was super cursed.
No, the armor was.
The armor
Yeah,
was
the armor.
cursed. The ring gave the protection of
That's
one
what it was.
AC, right?
Yeah, and that one went to Lyra.
Yeah.
You guys had made some deals in town that you think maybe need to be met up with if you guys are going to go back for more supplies.
Yeah.
Might make a bad reputation if you show up without some of the promised stuff after, getting a deal and things like that. You guys remember?
didn't- I said I would bring like a nice jewel, but I haven't seen any jewels. So I can give him a ton of gold and be like, eh?
There was a chest you guys completely just ignored. I even
Well, we
double
went-
mentioned it. and
We
you guys
went
were like,
through
"Yeah."
it. We went through it for the gold and you said that there was gold, there was copper, there was platinum. There was the other one. But
I
no,
don't-
you didn't mention any gems.
But you guys only searched one bit of treasure because there was the.
What do you mean we only searched one bit of treasure, Nick? What are you talking about?
Because there was way more gold in another chest. Like there was a
We-
second chest that you guys just kind of left. Where
We can come back.
it was
all
where
good.
it was where the manticores were at.
Did it have a fancy gem in there?
You don't know, but it was a safe that you guys just totally left.
That's okay. We know where it is. I'll let him know, like, look at what we got.
Yeah, but it's a respawn dungeon, which means we have to fight all that shit again. The manticores were actively reforming.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Just saying.
I mean, we can't go, it's too late now, so whatever.
I'm frustrated with myself because we missed a big thing.
Yeah, 'cause you guys left the prison, and I was like, yeah, in this part where the manticores are at, there's a treasure chest. It's supposed to be a safe, but I think I said a chest. And then there was dead silence from you guys, and I was like, okay, describe something else now.
I do remember it. I just wasn't, I don't know. Monks, it's weird playing a monk. I'm not a rogue.
Yeah, that's solid. No, that's definitely solid.
With my perception, I probably wouldn't have been able to see it anyway.
So it's okay. It's totally okay. We can keep playing or call it a night. It's up to you guys. Maybe we'll just call it a night here and then get a plan for next time so I know exactly what to prep. Whether you guys want to try and head back into town, go back for some stuff, or venture into the dungeon more, I guess would be kind of the main options. What do you think you guys want to do for next time?
Whatever we do have to drop all this loot, or else I'm gonna
Exactly.
not be able to carry anything for a while.
You could make friends with the Sphinx and leave it with him.
Yeah, hey man.
I don't think he likes me very much.
Oh,
I guessed his riddle too quickly.
He liked. Yeah, yeah, that is funny. I forgot about that.
Oh.
As you guys are kind of standing in this like crossway of the dungeon, you can definitely see down the hall the Sphinx is poking his head around. Hey guys,
I'll wave a little bit.
you find the sword?
Oh god, yeah, we found the sword.
That's cool. Nobody's gotten it yet. Can I see it?
Yes, I will show the Sphinx Black Razor.
You can tell this is a totally different demeanor than when he saw you guys last time. It was much more serious and kind of monotone, and you can tell that it's just a bored creature. He's got like mange, all over, bed raggled. You can tell he lays on one side most of the time. But he just kind of like walks up pretty calmly. Whoa, that thing's cool. And then gets a little too close to it and is like, maybe I'm gonna appreciate that from a distance. You can hear Black Razor go,
Delicious souls.
Yeah, he's a keeper.
Oh, I actually, you know what? Would I be able to, could you fit a horse in this hallway? No?
no. And even if you, well, you probably could fit a horse in this hallway, but you know that to get from the entrance to White Plume Mountain down to the dungeon, it is a very tight metal spiral staircase that winds on for like at least 10-15 minutes of walking down
Okay.
in a circle to get down to it.
Okay. I have a nifty spell that I haven't had a chance to use yet, which is summon mount.
Huh.
Hmm.
Basically, you get a free horse with an intelligence of 6.
That's cool.
Yep.
The Sphinx goes, did you guys deal with Sir Balto?
Was that the thing in the room with the sword?
It's on the way.
What does he look like?
He's a knight. He's got a bunch of men with him. I'm gonna assume you didn't. It's okay. That guy's an asshole. I just had really hoped. But
We saw a bunch of ghouls.
Well, maybe on one of these next pathways. When we find Sir Bolto, we'll let you know.
there's a bunch of guys and ghouls in this dungeon. I don't know all of them by name.
Yeah, that's fair. I get it.
Sir Balto's a dick, though. His men suck. I guess you dealt with Quinsmith then? He's
Oh yes, he's done.
a sad bunch. I guess it'll be up to me to feed the manticores now.
Yeah, give it a couple days. Maybe a day. They're probably fine. They were fed, when we went by. They seemed fed. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we left the corpse out.
You mean Quinsmith?
Yeah, the dead guy.
What? That's just cruel. That's unusual. Why would you let manticores just eat a poor dead creature's body? That's inhumane.
It's nature.
And you can tell the the Sphinx is starting to just kind of drift off and just like fade out.
All right, well. I didn't get, do you have a name? Good sir.
Doesn't give him a name.
Okay. Well, Larry, it's been fun.
I do kind of imagine him with the persona of Larry the Cucumber now.
Larry the Sphinx.
I'm mad I don't have the name of the guy that wrote the adventure on hand. I know it's in here somewhere. Lawrence.
Lawrence. Lawrence the Sphinx.
That's even better.
All right.
Is it Larry short for Lawrence?
I don't know.
It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
That's funny. That's
Ironic.
crazy.
you still call him Larry.
Holy fuck. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's a cool coincidence. Good job, Brandon.
Larry just came to me. I don't know. I think I would be okay going back to town. I'm wondering if I can do some shisty trading. Like I'll give you gold for a gem so I can repay that guy so he can give me what I need to go to here.
I mean, that's
Like
not shisty. That's just
Uh,
The economy.
Kuba wasn't the only thing that had made, or the only one who had made a promise.
who else
I-
did?
Oh, I did.
Do you remember?
Forgot what. I remember making a deal, but I forgot what it was.
It was to Vince. How could you forget making a deal with Vince?
Actually, I think I might have just said gold, cuz it was that shisty kind of guy outside the tavern.
In his coat.
Yeah, and he gave me a discount on the gold in promise of more gold. Or did I actually say like a ruby or something?
It was a jewel. It was
A
specifically a
jewel.
jewel. Yeah.
Damn it.
There's
Never
one
Chronos-
promised jewels.
one.
Chronos
Yeah,
had
what did I promise?
a spell scroll of all things.
Oh, looks like we're going back.
Shit.
You know, Lawrence, maybe we need to go check on those manticores. I think you're right. It is inhumane.
I don't want to cross that fucking pit again.
Well, luckily everything should be dead for a while. We could
You
book
know
it.
That's fair. I don't want to do this again.
It is tempting as a DM to just let it be like a fast travel thing of you guys.
The turtle shell flying back and then coming back again.
Like, I know we've got a system, but
But damned if it isn't frustrating, yeah. A little bit why I like this dungeon, that it's like it's re-explorable, and it's the fact that
Yeah.
you might have to go back, but at least you know the things, you know where it's at.
whatever we do, I don't know. Can we go back after we go to town?
Be like, we found the things.
We
we're
know where
bringing
they're
'em.
at. We know where they're at. That's half the battle. We found them.
We just couldn't carry them.
I would like to get the other weapons though.
Yeah.
The siblings.
Yeah. The siblings, as it were.
Yeah.
Is that not a cool touch to this dungeon though? That's exactly why I wanted to run it, and I'm so glad you guys went after Black Razor first. I was like, I think this might be the most fun. It's definitely not. I can't wait for because usually they don't give like really good NPCs in a dungeon. And for this dungeon, the NPCs are the weapons pretty much. Like there's a couple of the bosses or whatever, but it's the weapons that the party carries with them. And like I loved sentient weapons when I first started playing D&D. So this dungeon was like,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
I guess we'll go back. That's my vote at least.
Same.
Okay. I
Sorry.
think, no,
No,
don't be.
that's
I think we can speed it up a little bit, maybe into a series of like skill checks and such until you get to the specific room or what have you. But if you guys' plan is to just go back through it, we can definitely start off next session with that.
Okay.
And then kind of get back to this spot at least where you guys can either go to town or go to town on the dungeon.
Cool. I'm cool
Okay.
with that.
We'll get those extra shit. 'Cause you need the gems and you need that spell scroll. These are good things. And I am a paladin and I believe in keeping promises. So I back this plan.
That's so funny. Okay. Well,
So thank you guys for joining us for another episode or session of the pregame party. Or maybe just the pregame. We'll just keep it with that. Sounds nice and simple. But yeah, congratulations. You guys have retrieved Whelm and put it to some good use against some of the nasties that lie in this dungeon. But yeah, we'll join back next time with you guys kind of tracking your way back just to pick up the couple of things. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And we will see you guys next week.
all right.
Night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.